So I've decided, look, no makeup, just decided to do it. It was upstairs. It's my last day off. I'm back to work tomorrow. So I thought, well, now is the opportunity to do this and record my thoughts and feelings, starting yet another weight loss journey. Hello, my name's Carolyn. I'm on here really to record my journey. I've been recording my journey for many, many years. I've been morbidly obese. Probably going back, when I think about it, I've probably been morbidly obese for at least 25 years, probably 30. I've lost weight. My highest weight has been about 350 pounds. I'm not quite sure what that is in stone. I'm probably about 25 stone. My lowest weight for the last 30 years has, I think, been around 219, 220, something like that. And I've got close to that again, 2 or 3 times in the last 2 years. But each and every time, my weight goes straight back up. So it annoys me intensely that I fall back into my addiction to processed foods and foods high in sugar, foods that should be only consumed sparingly for your health. But it's almost like I've got this huge addiction and I just can't control it. Without further ado, I jumped on the scales the other day and my weight was back up to 293 pounds. I'd say not that long ago I was about 240 something, and my lowest in the last year or so has been about 230 pounds. So I could see my weight going up quite swiftly. And I've always promised myself, since I broke the 300 pound mark back in 2012, my weight would never go over 300 pounds again. I felt extremely unhealthy at that weight, extremely depressed and demoralised. Everybody to their own. People can be happy and large. I'm at the stage where I am happy with myself as a person, don't get me wrong, but my concerns are that I hurt every day, I ache every day, my weight is stopping me do the things I want to do, and now at 56 years old, I'm so worried that this is going to be so impactful on my life, and you know, in 10 or so years time when I retire, I want to bloody well enjoy my retirement. And that means lots of walking and doing all the things I love doing. And now my weight is creeping back up to 293.6 pounds, I think it was, the other day. It's just time to do the best and, yeah, get back to it. I've done this so many times, so this will not see the light of day unless I succeed in my 6-month goal. Now, yeah, I think putting pressure on yourself can have negative, can affect you negatively sometimes. Also, not putting enough pressure on yourself can affect you negatively as well. I've tried everything, so really what anybody says to me or comments, I've probably tried it. But yeah, I've set myself some quite strict goals in the next 6 months because I think I've got to a stage now where I am worried about my health. My blood pressure is getting high. I don't know what my cholesterol is. I'm due to record it in 3 months' time again. I tend to do that every year. It had been dropping. I'd been doing quite well. But I don't think that's happening now. I don't even like to call it weight loss. It's getting healthy. Getting healthy again. Getting healthy enough to do the things I love doing. So if I can't do the things that I love doing, that's going to impact my psyche. It's going to make me feel miserable. and I don't like being miserable. I'm a pretty happy-go-lucky person, and I want to be healthy and I want to be happy, and carrying a lot of extra weight around doesn't make me feel happy. Simple as that. If it did, I probably wouldn't be having this conversation with the camera right now. But yeah, I am concerned that it's going to affect my health. So yeah, obviously doing a vegan diet. It's not completely whole foods, plant-based. I will have some convenience foods, but I'm going to try and make sure that sticks to a very small portion of my diet. So obviously things, I'm going to have the odd piece of bread and wraps and things like that, but I am going to eat a lot of whole foods, plant-based. I'm going to try and stick to 1500 calories. Now, I talked about in the past not being too strict with that calorie amount and just do really more intuitive, yeah? And I do agree with that. I think you've got to take that pressure off yourself at some stage, but I know I've got to go back to basics with this. Okay, as I was saying before the phone rang, yeah, so I can't even remember what I was saying. Yeah, so anyway, yes, let's, my thoughts is to actually, you know, for the first couple of weeks while I get back to it, because I've got to go back to basics, I have got to make sure that I'm not overeating, because when you don't measure food, it's so easy to overeat. So I've gone back to basics, and I'm probably going to do it for the next 2 weeks where I'm weighing food and recording those calories. So I think that's a good thing to do. So that's what I'm going to do. Sticking strictly to 1500 calories a day. I don't want to go any lower than that. Goodness me, I do need that food. And it's very difficult as a food addict to stick to 3 or 4 meals a day. I'm going to have breakfast. If I don't feel hungry at breakfast, then I will have that meal later on in the day, but I'm going to have 3 main meals a day, and then if I have my meals at normal time and I'm hungry in the evening, a little bowl full of things like cucumber and carrot with a bit of salt and pepper on. I absolutely love things like that. Well, yeah, just got disturbed. Thames water at the door. It's busy, I tell you. I'm not used to being at home on a Monday. Anyway, yeah, to cut a long story short, 1500 calories a day. It's going to be strict. Lots of food. Try and eat as balanced as possible, but try and get used to eating 3 times a day with a snack in the evening. As for exercise, I walk to and from work. So that's sort of, for me, that's what, nearly 3 miles, 2.5 miles, something like that. So that's all I'm going to focus on at the moment. At the weekends, maybe I'll try and go for a walk. If I'm watching something on TV, well, maybe I'll walk up and down on the spot and just try and move a little bit more. But I'm not going to go crazy about the exercise. But what I am going to focus on is my food, is trying to break this cycle of craving sweet, sugary things like chocolate and cake, high-fat foods. Yeah, it's a battle. It's a never-ending battle. But I have to break that for the first 2 weeks to continue with the weight loss. Anyway, this is just a diary. I'm going to update every week. It may not even appear on the YouTube channel. I'm so actually ashamed of all my failures. So for me, it's probably just an own personal diary. I'd love to say that I'm going to succeed, and in 6 months' time, I am going to have lost a significant amount of weight. I shall record on Friday when I do my weekly weigh-in and see what the weight loss has been for the first week. I'm 3 days in now, and I've stuck rigidly to 1500 calories. I've made sure I've eaten up to that as well, because I don't want to feel hungry or feel deprived or give myself any excuse to scoff on other foods. So all chocolate, everything that I could possibly want to nibble on, is out of the house.